Hello, 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 hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. I'm glad you're here with me. Please click like on this video as you come in. I hope everybody's had a good week and a good weekend so far. Oh man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see the people lurking. I got like 8 lurkers. Hey, Sweet Pea, how you doing, Betty? How you doing, Nicole? Please click like as you come in. Please like the video. Thank you so much. Oh boy, how y'all feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? Hey, Patsy, how you doing? Oh, I'm live from the living room. How you doing, Uncle Fred? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody, please click like as you come in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me come up here real quick and get this off the screen. Live from the living room. How y'all doing? Oh, just resting, 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 resting. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? I'm not going to be long because I want to go to bed. I've had a long week and a busy weekend. So, cut to the chase. Hello, people in the bushes. See about 40 of you. Please click like since you're here. Please click like. Don't cost you nothing. Welcome, Cheryl Burnett. Thank you, Sweet Pea. It is our anniversary day, 113 years. Yeah. Welcome, Pick Feet 50. So, as you know, I took legal action against Davion Augustus. Y'all know him as Conscious TV. I've taken legal action. I filed a civil lawsuit. Before that, I filed a civil stalking and protection order against him and another person for the things that they had done as far as harassing me, harassing my family. And when who I mean by family, it's my ailing mother before she passed, and some of the things that were said about my father before he passed away. Um, yeah, so I thought it was best to go the legal route versus handling things in the street because how can I support my family if I'm in jail? So I did things the legal way. I put that paperwork down there. All this big talk. Oh, we doing this, we doing that, we. But somewhere along the we line, uh, all of this started to unravel for him. When I got the civil stalking protection order, that meant he couldn't be within 500 feet of me. He couldn't make any social media content about me, which we know he violated. That's why he has a pending arrest warrant for that. He couldn't have any kind of contact with me or my family, anybody attached to me. Of course, we know he didn't abide by that, which is why he has a pending arrest warrant. But when I got that civil stalking protection order against him and this other knucklehead, he was no longer useful in the grand scheme of things. If he was of no use if he wasn't allowed to talk about me. So the gap got wider and wider and wider, and the money got less and less and less. He was still out there windmilling, running his mouth because he didn't think I would do nothing. Well, I went out and I filed a civil lawsuit. On top of the civil stalking protection order. So now I got a criminal case against this guy and I got a civil case. So he was definitely, hello, Ransom. He was definitely not useful anymore. And since he wasn't useful anymore and he couldn't serve his purpose anymore, he got cut off. He got let go, relieved of his duties, personal and professional. And he wasn't too happy about that. So if you notice, he's not out here as much as he used to because he doesn't have the financial backing that he once had. Excuse me. Oh, I got to cut this heating pad off. It was hot. So he didn't have, hey, Moni, he didn't have, Callie Shaw, how you doing? He didn't have the financial backing that he once had. He didn't have the heavy hitters that he once had. So now he's out here on his own, and he's finding it to be very difficult getting by. Food, uh, bills. He doesn't have any job skills, so he has to, as the old folks say, where I'm from in the country, has to root hog and buy pork, die poor. So your money gone, your muscles gone. You out here on your own with me, and I promised myself I wasn't gonna yell and get mad and curse and all that stuff, and I'm not. But the bottom line of it is, if you had just kept attacking me, I'd have just ignored you. I never would have filed a civil lawsuit, probably. But when you crossed the line and you said that you prayed for my daddy to die before he passed away, um, and that you put my name in a jar and burying it in black sand, trying to put a voodoo curse on me, uh, then you called my mother and y'all recorded her. My mother was grieving the death of her husband, my dad, and she was in the early stages of the dementia, and her health was failing her. And you recorded her without her permission, without her knowledge, and you thought it was funny, and you put it on YouTube live. You did a live where you called my mother, and when you did that, that was uh, that was the final whatever. That was just it. That was that was the final straw. That was enough. Is enough. Uh, that's when I filed the restraining order. Got the restraining order. Uh, when you did that, that's when I filed the lawsuit. That's when I got the restraining order. And then when I got sick in court this year, and less than 45 minutes later, you all went live on this panel discussion. Oh, he's dying. And you was rejoicing. And you was rejoicing. Oh, he's gonna die. He's gonna die. He's gonna die. And you thought it was funny. But the judge in the case that I was involved in at the time saw it. And he said, "Is this for real?" Because I was like, "This is what I've been dealing with for 4 years." He saw it himself. Y'all on that little panel discussion. You know, I got mad. I pulled away from social media for my health because I had the reason I fell out, not because of some voodoo curse. I had blocked arteries in my heart. 40% of my arteries in my heart were blocked. Didn't even know it till I collapsed that day. I just said, "Well, Darren, I'm always tired. Why am I always tired?" That was why. I had the procedure done this summer, corrected it. Feel better than I felt in a long, long time. But in the time that I've had to deal with all this, I got served with a lawsuit on the day my youngest child graduated high school. 9 days later, my dad died. This boy, Conscious TV, comes out and says he prayed for my dad to die. Celebrates my dad is dying on his show. I had a stroke because of the stress of all this nonsense and grieving the death of my father. I get COVID. Mama died. Parents died almost 18 months apart. Still dealing with this nonsense. Being harassed around the clock. Being lied on around the clock. But I kept my head up. There was people that were saying prayers for me and keeping me uplifting and keeping me going. And I thank all of you. Choosing my words wisely. That's why I'm making sure I don't fly off the handle. But I was sitting here earlier this past week, and I was like, something got to be done, and not just that one, the ringleader, but what about all them other people? I'm like, what did they gain from doing what they did to me? They don't have nothing to show for it. Cat in a hat down there in Atlanta, living in and out of his car, doing live shows for begging for $5 cash out to get chicken boxes. He got outstanding warrants in Virginia and Atlanta. Old boy down in Tampa, Florida, just lost a big decision this past week, and he still got a $20 million lawsuit sitting on his head. His sister up there in Chicago, parents take care of her. She's not competent to take care of herself. Got arrested on Valentine's Day a couple of years ago for stalking. Who does that? Her old boy down in Tampa, Florida, got a mugshot. He's smiling in his mugshot. Who does that? These people. These are the kind of evil people I'm talking about. Old girl breaking the culture of church, hooking them. Lost her kids. She lost custody of her kids. Now she got to get a job. She had no education, no job skills. All she do is get high and drunk. But she got to figure it out. No more child support payments. She ain't got no meal ticket no more. Can't get welfare. Can't get all the other stuff. She got to go get a job and got to keep it. Or find her a new trick. Whatever. That ain't none of my business. Old boy down in Texas. Brother shot him in the stomach and in the ass. Now he got a colostomy bag on. And he got to walk around. He can't peel poop on his own. But he's still out here running his mouth. The grave y'all dug for me. Look at what's happened to you. All of you. Look at what's happened to you. What did you gain from doing what you've done for the past 4 years? What did you gain? None of you got a job. Out here windmilling. None of you got a job. No real estate. Nothing tangible. Cash apps here or there. But what did you benefit from what you tried to do to me? What's up, Marcella? What did you benefit? You didn't get anything from it. But you're reaping everything you sow. If you plant bitter seeds, you expect a bitter harvest. You're getting back everything you've done times 10. Oh, he going to jail. Oh, look, he's sick. He gonna die. I'm still here. Still in one piece. The time I took away to get my mind and my body together, been a blessing. I'm not going to go in the back and forth. And which brings me to this. I said, how can I deal with this thing the right way? I'm not going back and forth for clicks, likes, and views. I'm not going to give them the energy because I'm in a good space, mentally and physically. And I'm going to stay there. I could just walk away from this and it don't mean nothing to me. But you can't do that. You rely on these Google checks. You rely on cash apps. You rely on it because you don't have jobs. So this hustle is what you got, and you'll fight tooth and nail to the death if you have to maintain it. So I thought about color this up. Put my finger right there. So number one, subpoena. Number two, see that right there, right above my finger. Number two, subpoena. This is just the first wave of subpoenas, by the way. More's coming. Number three. Number three, subpoena. You get the hint so far? Number four, subpoena. Sorry about that, Amy. I ain't mean to wake you up, baby. Oh, I ain't gonna say that name out loud. That's my mystery one. And the last one, subpoena. Yep. Subpoena. Not gonna go back and forth with you. You're just gonna go to your mailbox. And if you return it, it goes to the federal courthouse. It don't go to my house. And they document that I served you with a subpoena, and then you're gonna be held in contempt of court. Subpoenas. Oh, and here's the good part. See, if you go into court on the Zoom, because all of y'all live 200 miles away from the court, so you don't have to physically show up. They're gonna send you a Zoom link. You're gonna log in. Your friend, he gonna get to ask you some questions, and then I'm gonna cross-examine you. And if you lie under oath with your hand up, like you do online and have been lying online for the past 4 years, you're going to jail. Okay, Google. What is the penalty for lying under oath in a federal civil case? 5 years in prison. Under Federal Statute 18, USC 1621, anyone guilty of perjury can face up to 5 years in prison. The court might also impose fines in addition to imprisonment. These penalties aim to deter individuals from lying under oath and maintain the credibility of the judicial proceedings. So you go right ahead and you lie when you come into court like you've been lying. Because quite frankly, that's 3 questions I'm gonna get the answer to out of all of you. Who paid you? How much they paid you? And what they paid you to do. And who was your ringleader? 4th question. And who was your ringleader? And your ringleader is the person that you can thank for getting you in this mess right now. Your ringleader is this guy. Because y'all followed his lead. So now you Got him to thank for it. And if I was you, I'd get on the phone with him tonight and ask him. This guy, him, he's the one you can blame for getting you in this mess. This guy right here, he's the one that got you all in this mess. He's your ringleader. He didn't pay you, but he's the mastermind of this here foolishness. If you haven't done so already, please click like. Thank you. Please click like. And if you feel led by the Spirit, bless the Cash App, Zelle, or PayPal, Venmo. No super chats, because they keep your money for a month and then they take 40%. But anyway, y'all let him put a battery in y'all back. And y'all was out here teaming up. Y'all don't even like each other, but all of y'all dislike me. So y'all put all that to the side because you were getting 30 pieces of silver and you came and harassed me for 4 years. What did it gain you? Only thing it got you is your name on a federal subpoena. That's what it got you. Got your name on a federal subpoena. It's going to go out this week. Hey. It is what it is. It is what it is. You rejoiced when you thought I was going to die. Prayed for my daddy to die. Recorded my mother and put her on the internet when she was grieving the loss of my father. And she was in the early stages of dementia and her health was failing. And you put her on YouTube Live. And you thought it was funny. You did that to these people right here. My parents. Oh, Betty, when I get this judgment, the ringleader, all your social media channels is going away. Every last one of them. Patreon, you're going to have to get a regular old job. And you think you're starving now, eating Lunchables, walking or going over there to Piggly Wiggly on Two Notch Road, or Winn-Dixie, Piggly Wiggly, whichever one it is, I forget. But yeah, they saw you on Two Notch Road. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they saw you on Two Notch Road. You and JB. And DA. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You can pretend all you want that you don't live at that house no more. Them wellness checks say otherwise. Yep. Kelly G, T Day. Yeah, on Two Notch Road. Yeah. Over there in the hood. I thought it was Piggly Wiggly. I wasn't sure. I kept saying Piggly Wiggly or Winn-Dixie. I knew it was, yeah, Piggly Wiggly over there on Two Notch. You're scared. You talk all this big talk on your little show. But you're not telling the people that the people that have come to your house and you pretend like you ain't there, you won't answer the door. And then the one time you answered the door, it wasn't you, but it was somebody else. They asked you what your name was. And you said your name was DeMario. Jive, they putting your name out there. You might want to talk to him about that. Just saying, you might want to talk to him about that. Your name being thrown around, brother. But go there one day on a wellness check. Your lights on. Come back next day, lights off. Look in the mailbox, mail there. Next day, mail gone. You're there. You're hiding. You're scared. And you won't admit that to your followers because that would mean you know you're in trouble. That's what that means. You know you're in trouble. And you're in big, big trouble. You're in big, big trouble, sir. You're in big trouble. Big trouble. Because see, you're scared to answer the door because you think they're gonna scoop you up for violating the civil stalking protection order. And you don't know whether, and you won't answer your mailbox because you think that if you ignore the letters, that all of this will go away. Somebody's giving you bad advice. Because what I did, instead of putting my address on the envelopes and you returned them. So what I did when those letters came back, I put them in a big envelope and wrote a letter explaining with proof that I sent them certified mail to the court. So this week, all of that will be uploaded to Pacer. I have evidence that I've submitted to the court to show that I tried to send this to you. Whenever I sent copies of my documents to the court, I also required by law to send you a copy. And I guess you thought if you ignored the mailing that it would all just go away. Surprise. So they said what you must do moving forward, you put our address on. So if he denies service, it comes back to us immediately. It doesn't come to you. It goes immediately to them. They put it up. And after you do that again, because I just sent the stuff out, like I said, I just, Amy, where I put that? Yeah. So yeah, right here. Right there. Yep. So no, he didn't deny email service. I can, but I have to go through these steps first. Once I show that I've mailed, sent somebody by the house, things of that nature, then I can, in writing, say, Your Honor, the defendant is denying service via certified mail. And I can obtain permission at that point to send everything email. So I'm going through the steps. You just delaying what's going to happen anyway. He don't want to go inside of a courtroom because he has no defense. He has a civil stalking protection order that I had against him. He violated that. I got the civil stalking protection order simply because he was slandering, defaming me, harassing me, calling my place of employment, calling my family members. I had to file a complaint with the FBI. When I took that to the police department, I got a police report and I got the FBI report, and I took both of those documents down to the court. And when they saw it, I immediately got the CSPO. So he's violated that. I have the police reports that I've been filing each time he violated. He thought, oh, not gonna happen. I'm over here, he's over there. So I just kept stocking police reports. Then I I was getting ready to go to court on that when I got sick in the civil case I was involved in. So Now that my health is better, I'm going to be addressing that. So he's been hiding. He ain't telling his people that, oh, I've been in hiding. Oh, he's talking, oh, nothing's going to happen, da 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 da. That's not the case. I just keeping paperwork. So now when he denies service, it goes back to the courts. Then the courts got a record of it showing, because their address is the return address, not my house. Their address. So if he said, I don't take it, it goes directly to the federal courthouse, to the clerk of court, and they stamp it. And they're like, boom, entering in evidence. Then once I get one document returned by him, just one, because I sent that entire packet everything that I've been sending the last 3 packages that he denied, I put it all in one big package and sent it back again. So if he don't take it, that's between him and the clerk of the court. Ain't got nothing to do with that. Because as soon as they called me and said, Mr. Moore, the package has been returned, and he denied accepting. He wouldn't accept it. Then I dropped the other letter that I've already typed up in the mail, petitioning the court to grant me the ability to serve him documents moving forward via email. Or if he don't respond at all, got another letter over here. Default judgment. Request of default judgment. He's had ample time to respond, and he is yet to respond. He has to respond to this letter. Either if he don't respond, then I can petition for a default judgment, because I've proven that he's been served, and he just refused, because he accepted one of the documents, but the other 3 he denied. Don't talk about it because he can't talk about it. That's over and done with. We talking about this guy here. And his friends. That's what's going on. I thought about it. I said, what? Since y'all want to talk about me on a panel, have a panel discussion, when you thought I was dying and I was laid up in a hospital room, an emergency room, and at 45 minutes after I collapsed in the courtroom, you decided to go live and celebrate and have a panel discussion. So I'm going to give you all the opportunity, all those panelists. I'm going to give all you the opportunity. Since you want to talk about me, now it's your turn to talk to me in a court of law. Your name's on them documents. If you lie on the oath like you've been lying online, get ready to go to jail. Tell them what size jumpsuit you wear, because you're facing up to 5 years in prison and a fine. Makes me no never mind, because you're gonna tell the truth. There's 4 questions you're gonna answer. Who paid you? How much they paid you? What they paid you to do? And who was your ringleader? And is he in the courtroom? Can you point to him? Can you say his name? Mm-hmm. You about to find out, sir, just how loyal your bought friends are. You about to find out. The money ain't coming no more, so their loyalty ain't here no more. And they're gonna tell everything they know about you. And if you dumb enough to want to stand there and hold a bag for something hey, it's on you. I told you, all this could go away if you do one thing. If you just tell the truth. All you gotta do is tell the truth. I gave you my word as a man. I'll let all this go if you tell the truth. But it's got to be in writing. And it's got to be notarized. Sworn affidavit. I get that. We good. No. I don't really know you, and it seems yeah, I don't know you, so I don't feel comfortable answering some of the questions you're asking me. I don't know you. But the answer is no, you can't just look up anybody's information. There has to be a legitimate legal reason for you to do so. Process servers don't do skip tracing. The only thing a process server does, you give them the information, you tell them what a person is, they go serve the document. That's it. They don't. The skip tracers, people that are skip tracing, that specialize in locating people, or law enforcement, they do that kind of stuff. A process server, all you do, they email you a document, or they pick up a document from the court already printed out. They raise your hand, you take that oath, or you swear to serve, and blah 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 blah. They give it to you. You look on there what address is. You put that address in your phone. You go over there and serve it. That's it. That's what a process server does. The things you're talking about is somebody's a investigator, which I have been at one time. I don't normally do that, but I have been one. But yeah, since you all want to talk about me on panel discussion and enjoy and rejoice at what you thought was my demise, and you've had your share of fun telling lies about me for all of 2020, 2021, 22, no, 20, 21, 22, 23, and now. I feel that since you want to do all of this talking, you should be able to talk in a court of law under oath. And if you tell a lie, because I'm going to ask you very direct and very simple questions. And the rule of thumb is in a court, you don't ask nothing unless you already know the answer. And if you lie, I'm like, Your Honor, this person just committed perjury. Here's the evidence. This is what the deal is. Boom. I'm going to use fancy legal jargon. This is it, Your Honor. Boom. And then, I ain't worried about nothing because I ain't there. And they issue a warrant for your arrest. Most of y'all, some of y'all have been to jail before. One of you has done hard time in prison. One of you has done hard time in prison. One of you snitched on your own mother so that you wouldn't go to prison. Now, mama doing 24 years for a charge that was really yours. How you doing, Dr. Waller? Since you want to talk, I'm going to give you the opportunity to talk. But be mindful, if you lie, you facing 5 years in prison. And all these people you rocking with, ain't none of them gonna put no money on your books. You're gonna be persona non grata. It was funny when you out here doing these panel discussions. It ain't funny now. It's not funny now that these are involved. It's not funny. Now that them subpoenas hitting the mailbox. It ain't funny now. I don't hear you. I don't hear the big talk. I told you, Puss in Boots, that when you became no longer was useful, you were gonna get thrown away like wet cotton candy, like used toilet paper. You didn't listen. Now you out here crying and online and talking about you just gonna disappear and all this blue, and then you got replaced by Twinkie ankles. Now them cash apps that you used to get, Twinkie ankles getting. Because he needed. He living in a doggone halfway house, rooming house, whatever you call it, across the street from the police department. Ex-con, he needs it. Y'all are a band of misfits. Let's see. You got warrants in Ohio, can't set foot in Ohio. Back child support and assaulting the grandmother of one of your children. You got 2 warrants up here in Ohio. You can't come. Lost your kids. Snitched on your mama. She in prison for something you did. You've been arrested for fraud. Smiled on your mugshot. Sister that did time in prison. Convicted felon. Lost her beautician's license because she didn't disclose that she was a convicted felon. Parents are her caretakers because she ain't mentally competent to be on her own. Cat in the Hat down in Atlanta. Got 2 warrants, traffic violations in Atlanta. 2 open warrants in Chesterfield, Virginia, or whatever it's called. I got the thing over here. I just ain't looked at it. Crazy boy down in Texas. Brother shot him in the ass and the stomach. I mean, y'all are band of misfits. But I'm the bad guy. Yeah, let y'all tell it. I've been to jail for drug trafficking, drug using, drug selling, beating up my family. But none of that's been true. None of you have produced any documents that I've done any of that. You tried to hurt me with lies, and I fought back with the truth. That's why I'm still here. I'm not some spectacular superhuman being. I just withstood all of your lies because I had the truth as my shield. That's what, remember what that lady told me? She said, young man, as long as you tell the truth will be your shield. That was this gospel truth. Every lie you tried to stick to me, it just slid right off. Nothing stuck because it wasn't the truth. Now, the only people that believe what you were saying about me was people that think like you. You know, the short bus riders with the 7th grade and less education who didn't like me to begin with because I was very outspoken and I was exposing stuff that they didn't want to expose. So no matter what they say, God himself could come out of heaven and tell them the truth and say, Daryl Moore is telling the truth. They still wouldn't believe, they wouldn't even believe God because they have this hatred of me because I'm exposing things that they don't want to expose. Cognitive dissonance. You know the truth and won't accept it. And that's fine. Free country. If you want to be blind, deaf, and dumb and be an idiot the rest of your life, it's a free country. You have that right. You have that right. It's okay. But what you will not do, you will not lie on me and slander me and then not be a penalty. You not defame my character. You, the people that were responsible for harassing my mother, paperwork over there. You have reaped this. You have your beloved, your boy, he got y'all in this trouble because y'all out here doing all these panel discussions, talking about me. I let it ride, let it ride. But when I got sick, and you did that, I thought about it. I said, they have to be held accountable. But how can I do this the right way? And I was taking a shower, getting ready for work one morning. Same way with this boy. I said, why are you arguing with him? You got a civil stock protection order. He violated. File a lawsuit. Go down there and pay that money. File that lawsuit. And that's what I did. Mm-hmm. So I was getting ready for work, and they said, and God just spoke to me, said, since they want to talk about you, bring them into court. Hmm. And that's what I did. I'll see you in court. I'll see you in court. And if you lie in court like you've been lying the last four plus years, you're going to jail. Here, you're going to jail. And you're going to pay a fine. Period. You're going to go to jail. You tell one lie in that courtroom, see where it gets you. And for those of you over on that side who've been to prison, it would behoove you to tell your friends about the inner workings of a jail cell on the federal level. Ain't pleasant. It ain't pleasant at all. It ain't. Especially if you went to jail for snitching or you avoided jail because you're a snitch. Worst kind of snitch. You turned on your own mama. Mm, mm. God has turned you over to a reprobate mind, all of you. You know, I sat there. One thing I have to thank y'all for, though, going through this for the last couple of years, it has increased my prayer life has gotten stronger and my faith has gotten stronger. Because if I hadn't been praying and seeking God and all of this, I'd have broke down a long time ago. My faith has gotten stronger and my prayer life has improved. Because I have to talk to God all day, every day while I was going through this. Do you realize you were this close to me taking matters into my own hand? That's what you were trying to do. You were trying to push me to that point. And y'all were too dumb to realize you were sacrificial lamb. If I had done something to one of y'all, gone to jail, they'd been on to the next. Oh well, collateral damage. But I use this because I have smart parts. The main one out here windmilling, I just put that lawsuit on them, put that civil stock and protection order on them. They're no longer useful, so they got put into the trash receptacles. They got put right here into the receptacles. And then they start crying. No more getting flued out and all that. They went from eating good, gaining weight, now got swollen bellies and skinny bodies. Like them people you donate 30 cents a day to, eating Lunchables 3 times a day, trying to survive. Got no job skills, got no education. Can't get food stamp. But yeah, let me just read. So y'all, I forgot that quick. Hold on. And on the document for the subpoena, you must also bring with you the following documents, electronically stored information or objects. And I specify financial statements, personal and business, from January 2020 to the present, including tax returns, 1090 forms, I-9s, statements of payments from all social media platforms, Cash App payment receipt records, Zelle statements, PayPal statements, Venmo, Zelle. Pretty much covers it. I'm going to follow the money trail. The money trail is what I'm after. Who paid you? How much they paid you? What they paid you to do? And what is the role of the defendant in all of this? I'm not playing with y'all. I guess y'all thought I was joking. I was so serious. I was so serious when I said that. Who paid you? How much you got paid? What they paid you to do? And the defendant in this case, what was his relationship as it pertains to all of that? That's what you're going to answer under oath. And if you lie one time, just so you know, financial statements, personal and professional, personal and business, from January of 2020 to the present. Your tax returns, your 1099 forms, your I-9s, because some of you, if you are a LLC, I need to see when that LLC was established. We need to see that I-9. These are federal documents, they're public record. If you have an LLC or a nonprofit, if you have a nonprofit, we need to see the letters of incorporation and all of that. And your financial, because by law, a Form 990, you have to submit it upon request from anybody that asks you for it if you got a nonprofit. Statements of payments from all social media platforms. That's YouTube with the Google check, Patreon, or some of you getting money from Facebook or Instagram or whatever else that's out there paying. We got to see, statements. Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal. It's right here on the subpoena. For all of you. Oops. And you got to thank. You can thank y'all. Yeah, the rest of y'all, you can thank your boy with his big mouth because he got you in this mess. Told him to go sit down a long time ago. Go sit down, mind your business. No. Oh, we doing this and we doing that. Okay. Now we in a courtroom. Under oath. With all your financials laid out. And they're going to be a matter of public record. I see the only way I'm going to get you to stop is I had to time you out. So, y'all boy got y'all in this with his big mouth. All they had to do was shut up and sit down and go away. But he didn't. And now we here. Not arguing with y'all. I'm not going to go off at y'all. None of that. Not going to argue. You're just gonna show up to court. You're gonna do something in court that you don't do on social media, which is called telling the truth. You're gonna do in that courtroom what you won't do in the street and online. Tell the truth. You have not told the truth. You're lying. The truth ain't in you, as the old folks say. But when you did what you did, when you said what you said about my daddy, and you did what you did to my mother, it became personal like that. See, before it was just like, just charge it to the game. It is what it is. You know, some people get mad, get jealous. They come at you sideways. You just have to ignore it. Be the bigger person. You know that whole Michelle Obama, when they go low, we go high. No, that don't work for me. If you go low on me, I'm gonna go to the pits of hell with you, and I'm gonna have a revival down in hell on your head. I'm not playing with you anymore. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna request that you demand that you leave me alone. I'm not gonna say nothing. You're gonna go to your mailbox, and I'm gonna put the paper on. You're savages with internet access. Now, I've always said, and people thought I was joking, certain people are not qualified to have internet access that is not monitored. Just because you can afford a cable bill don't mean you deserve unfeathered internet access. Some people can't handle information like that. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. So get your lives together. You know, because if you lie, you're going to jail. Get your facts together. Tell the truth and be done with it. I don't want to see you go to jail for lying. But if you're dumb enough to go in a courtroom and lie, you get what you get. There's only one person been sued. That's y'all's boy. But by me, anyway. Ain't got no quarrel with you. You're on the fringe. I don't care. Care what y'all do. But when you mess with my mama, that's when it became personal. But see, this could have went a whole different route. Yeah, and you need to thank God that I had a praying mother and a mother that said, "Baby, if they knew better, they would do better. They ain't in their right mind." Because as she said, "Go get them niggas," I'd have got on that phone. I'm like, "Hey, we got some riding to do. Y'all better be very grateful that my mother was that way before her health declined." She said, "You just have to pray for them and forgive them, son. If they knew better, they would do better. They don't know better. They sick. That's the only thing kept me off of you. Because I know where each one of you live. And I know where you hang out at." That kept me off when she said that to me. Well, now my mama gone. You don't have no covering like that no more. So to keep myself out of trouble, I put the paperwork on y'all mouthpiece, the public relations guy. I put paperwork on him. And you notice he ain't had much to say. He quieter than a rat pissing on cotton. Because he knows what he did was wrong, it was unprovoked, and it was uncalled for. He knew what he did was wrong. He knew it, but he did it anyhow. He did it anyhow. Knew it was wrong. It was pure evil. For 30 pieces of silver. Now he got to pay the price. My mother ain't never hurt you. I was an 80-something-year-old lady. Beginning stage of dementia. Didn't even know you existed before you started harassing me. You recorded an 80-something-year-old lady. 86 years old. You're a coward. You're a coward. She was 86. Her husband of 64 and a half years that just died a year and a half before she did. That's what you did. And for that, if it's the last thing I do on this side of God's heaven, you're going to be held accountable for that. I don't say stuff unless I mean it. And I mean that with every fiber of my being. You are going to be held accountable one way or the other. Makes me no never mind. One way or the other for doing that to my mother. Not a threat. I don't make threats. It's against the law to make threats. You're going to be held accountable. And you think you nervous looking over your shoulder now, walking around with a mask on your face, up and down 2-Notch Road, and that gas station at the bottom of the hill, that little shell, that little shell at the bottom of the hill from where you stay. You think you're looking over your shoulder now. The police are going to scoop you up. You're going to be held accountable for what you did. You're going to be held accountable. You're going to be held accountable. And to the people that have taken your place, if you lay down with dogs, you're going to get up with fleas. If you lay down with a mangy dog, you're going to get up with fleas. $30 pieces of silver is not worth your life. Your integrity. I don't know. I'm not for sale, so I don't know what it is to have being able to be bought and paid for. I'm not for sale. I know you ain't growling at me. Yeah, I bet you better get it together. Y'all here? Come on. Come on. Tell them, hey. Tell them, hey. Say, hey. Say, I'm going to get them. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him, Amy. Get him. Get him. Get him. You're a killer. 8 pounds of death waiting to be unleashed onto the world. Get him. Get him. Good girl. Get him. You coughing, you barking like you got a cigarette habit. Get him, man. Get him. Get him. Say, I don't get him. Good girl. All right, go on, lay down. All right, killer. All right, killer. All right, killer. Good girl. Yeah, get him. There you go. Lay back down. Lay down. Lay down. Good girl. Good girl. All right. All right. All right. All right. Yeah. Tell him you ain't playing. You chat them ankles up. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't mean to wake the baby up. I'm sorry. You had to let him know I got a bodyguard. Yeah. I've been here an hour and 6 minutes. But yeah, good night. I know. You sleepy. Shh. Yeah, I thought you'd chill out. Oh no. Keep on ground. Oh, you was a gangster a minute ago. Hmm. Yeah. There you go. So since you wanted to talk about me, you now have a chance to look me in the eye under oath. Your right hand for the Lord. Who paid you? How much they paid you? What they paid you to do? And what's the role of the defendant as it pertains to all of those three questions I just asked you? And you, defendant, if you want to get left holding the bag, it's above me now. Thank you. Thank you. Damn, you was hungry. You ate the whole thing. Good God. But you're going to do something you haven't done in 4+ years. You're going to all tell the truth. Or you're going to go to jail. I was going about this the wrong way. I kept trying to appeal to your sense of decency and fair play. And y'all have been turned over to reprobate minds. So I was wasting my time and frustrating myself trying to get you to do things, be honest and be decent, when I should have just put the paper on you. Now you got to tell the truth. And the whole world gonna hear it now. The whole world gonna hear you. And I can't wait to see them financial documents. Ooh, woo. Because that's where the truth lies. Where the money reside, where the money reside. That's gonna tell the story. That's gonna tell the story right there. Anything with your social security number or your employee identification number, it's gonna show where the money go, and where the money come from. Game, set, and match. You know what that means, right? Game, set, and match. It means you're gonna be in trouble, trouble. That's what it means. You in trouble. Big, big trouble. Is that right, ain't it? Yeah. That's what it means. Yes, it do. Yeah. So thank you to everybody that has lifted me up in prayer since the beginning of this. Thank you to everybody that was so supportive when my parents passed, when I got sick, and when I was going through everything under the sun. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your cash apps. Thank you for your financial contributions. Thank you for the words of encouragement. Just thank you for everything. You don't know me. I'm just somebody on the screen. And I appreciate everything you've done for me. I really do. God bless all of you. And I know people gonna come on now live after me trying to draw in the momentum of what I started. Uh, that just shows you're a scavenger, you're a bottom feeder. You're a messy queen with no ankles, just cankles, leg to foot. Mm-mm. You're gonna get what you got coming to you too, sir. You're gonna get what you got coming to you too. You're gonna get what you got coming to you. Because if you think that 30 pieces of silver is worth your name and your reputation, you shall see. You shall see. All you people over there, some of you getting public assistance and you're not claiming your income. And when them financial records hit the light of day in that courtroom, because we're gonna be in a federal courtroom. Something to think about. You ain't claiming your income, but you drawing disability, you drawing SSI, you getting public aid or whatever you getting, and you're not claiming that income. It ain't gonna end well for you. And if you're not claiming it on your tax returns, it's not gonna end well for you. Uh, yes, sir. You're not claiming it, and you getting public assistance of any kind, and you're not claiming this income, it's gonna look very, very bad on you when them records hit the light of day in court. Told you to leave me alone. I told you to leave me alone. You didn't listen. So now you got to deal with it. Now you got to deal with it. If you out here getting, like I say, if you out here getting food stamps, disability, social security of some type for whatever ailment you may have, yep. And you're not claiming that income that you're getting from these Google checks and these cash outs and all this other stuff. But like to quote T.S. Madison, everybody working gonna get paid. And you worked in sin and iniquity and evil of every kind. Now you about to get your wages. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. You brood of vipers with reprobate minds. You brought all this on yourself, following that witchcraft practicing demon. You bury it. You call yourself burying my name in the sand in black, write my name on a sheet of paper, putting it in a jar and burying it in black sand like that was supposed to destroy me. But you planted me like a seed. And in order for a plant to come up, the seed has to die. Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. You thought you were bearing me when God said, oh no, God planted me. When I got sick, I had to sit down and be still. Couldn't log on, couldn't even watch TV, couldn't do nothing, just laying here, laying up in my bed, just laying there. While you were celebrating and rejoicing, and you thought I was dead, God was covering me. Hmm? My mind got clear, my body got better. I dropped that weight and cast my cares on the altar. God, you got this one. And look at what's happening. I don't rejoice in your downfall. This is only the beginning. See, right now your pockets is being attacked. Your money. Wait till your body starts getting attacked. When you start having health problems, you start getting sick. And wait till your family starts getting attacked. And you ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it. Wait till you start losing loved ones. See, right now it's just financial. You lose money, you can get that back. Or you lose a person, you can't get them back. Or you lose your freedom. Or your health, God takes your health from you. That's coming for you because of reciprocity. What you put out, you will get back. You have been out here harassing people and mistreating people, not just me, but mainly me, because I was the head of the spear. And now your harvest has come. Some documents. Running from it will not save you. But God bless you. I'm gonna go in here and drink me some coffee, calm my nerves, sit down, drink some wine from Spain. I'm gonna go to sleep. God bless. I ain't on here smoking. I ain't on here with my puppy mug. None of that. I'm just talking to you. I'm gonna say this again. You brought this on yourself when you decided to call my mother and do what you did to her. You brought this on yourself when you decided to celebrate what you thought I had died. And you out here telling people that I had a heart attack in court and that I was dying. You brought that on yourself. One, I didn't have a heart attack. Two, I wasn't dying. But for a moment of clarity and transparency, all that I've been through is a miracle. I haven't had a heart attack and died. I had a stroke from the stress of all the harassment. That will be addressed in court. I have had COVID, a stroke, 40% blocked arteries in my heart. Both my parents died, and constant harassment for going on for over 4 years. That's what I've been dealing with. And you are going to be held accountable unless you tell the truth. Please, if you haven't done so already, please click like on this video. And after the video is over, share the video. And all you people in the bushes, if you were really their friend, you would have told them what they were doing was wrong. You'd have told them what they were doing was evil. But you didn't. You were there for the mess. And all you supporters for the people that's now on them sheets of paper over here, none of them is going to visit you if you go to jail. None of them is going to put money on your books. What they will do is laugh about you and talk about you and going to be on to the next person. And you about to find that out. You about to find that out the hard way. Who paid you? How much they paid you? What they paid you to do? What was the defendant's role? Was he the go-between? Was he the ringleader? What was his role? And ringleader, you're about to find out just how loyal they are, because they're gonna turn on you quicker than I'm just gonna stop. You about to find out. You about to find out. People you thought was so cool with you that you could rock with, you about to find out. You mean absolutely nothing to them. Self-preservation gonna kick in. Oh, wasn't me. He did it. They about to rat you out and snitch you out so fast. Ain't enough money in the world to make that go away. You about to get rolled on. You about to get a king jive experience. They're gonna roll up in that court, they're gonna dime you out. And they're gonna walk away scot-free. They're not on trial. You are. They're not on trial. So they don't have nothing to they only thing they can do when they come to court, if they lie, they'd be charged with perjury. But if they come in there and tell the truth, they walk out, they're not gonna get charged with anything. But if they lie, they get charged with perjury. They're not on trial, criminal or civil. So I subpoenaed them to talk about you. They're going to tell their interactions with you. They're not on trial. I'm not suing them. As far as I know, they're not. Well, the boy in Florida, he getting sued. He got a $20 million lawsuit on his head, plus the one he just got jammed up on from this past summer. So he got a lot out there. But Daryl Moore is not suing any of those people. I just subpoenaed them to testify. If they come in court and tell the truth, they walk out the same way. But if they lie, they go to jail for perjury and they got to pay a fine. They're not on trial. I will say that again. For those of you in the bushes, I subpoenaed you. You're not on trial. All you got to do is come in and tell the truth, and you walk away scot-free. You don't lose anything unless you lie. If you lie, you lose because you're going to get charged with perjury. Something to think about. Yeah. You know what? I'm not coming on here and do marathons and beg for money and all that. But I have an observation. Evil lying people come on. And it's like they took a pen in a cloud and poked a hole. And they poke a hole. They poke a hole in the cloud and the rain and the money comes out. I'm over here telling the truth. Little pennies here, there. Don't matter. I got a day job. I got a night job. I got a weekend job. But it's just an observation. We're in times now, evil is celebrated, good is condemned. But that's what the Bible says. We're in our last days for. But anyway, I'll be around. I'm gonna be making content on a regular basis again. But I'm not going back and forth with the mess. So if that's what you're here for, you might well unsubscribe, unfollow, block, whatever. I'm not about that no more. Letting them court documents do my talking as it pertains to that. I'm gonna start interviewing some celebrities and some other people with interesting human interest stories. Gonna get back to the fun content, the stuff we did in the beginning on Fridays and trending topics and laughing and just cutting up. That's what I'm getting back to. I got sidetracked with this foolishness, but it's over and done with. Y'all have a good one. Love y'all. I'll be around because I know they're gonna say something. They gotta save face, and I'm just gonna. The more you talk, the more paperwork I'm filing. That's how I'm addressing you. That's how I'm dealing with you. The more you talk, the more I'm gonna drop that paper on you. All right, y'all be good. I love you. Peace.